At a point on a level ground, the angle of elevation of a vertical tower is found to be such that its tangent is 5 by 12. So here AB represents the vertical tower. The height of the tower is not known to us. Let's call it H. From this point C, the elevation of the top of the tower is measured. This is the line through C, which is the horizontal. CB is the line of sight. From the point C, the elevation of the top of the tower is measured. So CB will be the line of sight. The angle between the horizontal and the line of sight is the angle of elevation. The angle of elevation is not known, is not given to us. But what is given? The tangent of the angle of elevation is 5 by 12. The tangent of the angle of elevation, see here, its tangent is 5 by 12, which means the tangent of the angle of elevation is 5 by 12. So let the angle of elevation be alpha. So then it means tan alpha is given to be 5 by 12. See here, tangent of the angle of elevation. So tangent is tan. Tangent is tan. So tan alpha, tangent of the angle of elevation, which is alpha, tan alpha is given to be 5 by 12. On walking 192 meters towards the tower, so from the point C, the observer moves towards the tower. The tower is here, this is the tower, AB is the tower. The observer is at C. The observer walks 192 meters towards the tower. Towards the tower. So, let's say after covering a distance of 192 meters, the observer takes this new position D, which means CD is 192 meters. On walking 192 meters towards the tower, the tangent of the angle of elevation is 3 by 4, which means from this point, this is the new position of the observer. The observer was originally at this point. Now he walks 192 meters towards the tower and takes the new position D. From D, he again measures the elevation of the top of the tower and he finds that the tangent of the angle of elevation is 3 by 4. Again, the magnitude of the angle is not known. The measure of this angle of elevation is not known. So let's call it beta. The tangent of the angle of elevation is 3 by 4, which means tan beta is equal to 3 by 4. And again, this is the horizontal. This is the line of sight. BD is the line of sight. From this point, the observer looks at the top of the tower and measures the elevation, the angle of elevation. So this is the line of sight. This is the horizontal. The angle between the horizontal and the line of sight is the angle of elevation, which is not known to us. So we've called it beta. And tan beta is 3 by 4. Given this information, we need to find the height of the tower. AD is also not known to us, so let's call it X. So the question is to find the value of H, which is the height of the tower. We have two right triangles here. ABC is a right triangle with angle alpha in it. ABD is the other right triangle with angle beta in it. So let's take up the triangles one by one. In triangle ABC, what is tan alpha? Ignore this line segment. Just see the triangle ABC without the segment in it. So tan alpha will be equal to opposite H by adjacent x plus 192. Tan alpha is equal to opposite by adjacent. Alright. So what is tan alpha? We know tan alpha is 5 by 12. Tan alpha is 5 by 12. And the opposite side AB is H. The adjacent side AC is x plus 192. So now this equation has two unknowns, x and h. And we know we cannot find the values of h or x using one equation. So let's just leave this here. We'll call it 1. Because even if we continue working with this equation, since we have two unknowns, we will not be able to find the value of h or x. So let's take up the other triangle, ABD. The other triangle, ABD. Tan beta is equal to opposite AB by adjacent AD. What's the value of tan beta? Tan beta is 3 by 4. Tan beta is 3 by 4 is equal to h by x. H by x. So let's call this equation 2. So now we have two equations with the same unknowns x and h. X and h. Like we have two linear equations in x and y. So we solve them to find the values of x and y. Here we have a similar situation. We have two equations. The unknowns are x and h. And we only need the value of h. It's okay. We can even find x. But we need to find the value of h, which is the height of the tower. So we could proceed in different ways. But what you see here is a substitution method. So since we need to find the value of h, we need to retain h. So we'll replace x using an expression in h. So what is x from this? When we cross multiply, we have 3x is equal to 4h. So x is equal to 4h by 3. Why do we do this? So from the second equation, we write x in terms of h. Why? So that this can be substituted in the first equation. So in the first equation, we have x here. So if we remove x and replace that with 4h by 3, then this equation will have only one unknown h. So next what? Solve it and find the value of h. So here we are solving for h by using the substitution method. We take up the second equation. We write x in terms of h. We use this expression in the first equation. In place of x, we use 4h by 3. That way, this equation has only one unknown h. So solve it and find the value of h. So you can see it here. 5 by 12 is equal to h by, we had x plus 192. So you can see 192 here plus x. But what is x? 4h by 3. So cross multiply. That gives you this step. And on taking the LCM and again cross multiplying, we have this. So on solving this, we get 16h is equal to 2880. H is equal to 2880 by 16, which is 180. What is h? The height of the tower. So the height of the tower is 180 meters.